Tracking that active weather pattern returning for the rest of our week, even into the weekend, and more travel impacts for the Sierra as our weather impact alert continues for the high country. I'm ABC 10 Chief Meteorologist Monica Woods. Timing of this: Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The impacts will be snow plus wind, a little bit different than that last weather system to roll through to start us off for the work week. And then the need to plan for extra travel time in the Sierra. We saw all those backups and travel delays in the high country, plus road closures. I'm anticipating more of that heading our way. It's feeling like the countdown to all things holiday. 16 days until Thanksgiving, 38 until the winter solstice, 43 until Christmas Day, and 50 days straight up until we welcome in the new year. Well, it is 16 days away from Thanksgiving, and Palisades Tahoe is getting ready to open. They had 6 inches of new snow coming in from that last weather system, and they're expecting to open in time for Thanksgiving. Plenty of snowmaking going on with those crisp overnight lows. So we're getting ready to open up the door for all those storms to roll on through. You can stay up to date with in-depth forecasts by downloading our ABC 10 Plus streaming app. It's available wherever you stream. Watch free. It's live, local, and always on. And of course, we'll keep you ahead of all this storm activity. Winter weather advisory goes into place tomorrow. It takes us all the way through Friday, right down the Sierra through the Tahoe Basin. A lot of those passes will be impacted. Plus, we have the wind advisory going into place for tomorrow. Unfortunately, we're going to see those wind gusts upwards of about 50 miles per hour in some places for the valley locations in the Sierra. As far as the crest, we could see those wind gusts up to about 100 miles per hour. And that's a bit of a change from the last weather system. So reduced visibility is certainly possible with blowing and drifting snow as this line of wet weather continues to progress our way. Tonight, we'll see an increase in cloud cover. The first band of precipitation holds off until after the morning commute. Now, you can see it's just up to the north of us here. Chance of thunderstorms right in this line near Fort Bragg and the northwest coast. As it moves its way through the valley, not necessarily a high risk of thunderstorms for tomorrow in the valley, but we have that a little deeper into the forecast. What you'll notice as well, the snow starts up right after the noontime hour, and it stays in place through about 6 p.m., whereas the valley starts to dry out already. Now, that's not to say that we won't see some isolated showers, but the widespread stuff, it comes through pretty quickly tomorrow afternoon, exits by the early evening. Our snow level will be near 6,000 feet. That's going to be below the passes. Our passes are at about 7,200 feet, meaning any chain controls that go into effect are likely going to be pretty low in elevation. And it also means some slow going over the passes as people just have to go slower with those chains on their vehicles. Thursday, pretty much the same situation. We have the potential for afternoon showers, snow level staying near 6,000 feet. Then on Friday, that colder blast of air comes in, and that'll drop our snow level down to about 4,500 feet. A very slim chance of seeing lingering showers in the valley. That's not to say we don't need to be prepared for some isolated showers, but the widespread stuff, again, moves through on Wednesday, and then we'll be just dealing with on and off showers Thursday and Friday. Now, here's the deal on Saturday. We're mainly clearing out a few Sierra snow flurries, but our valley lows are dropping into the 30s. It's going to be a cold start to the weekend. Here's a look at that satellite and radar. Again, the guiding low just sitting off the coast here, sending pulses of wet weather our way starting up tomorrow afternoon. We actually need the rain. We're right about average in terms of our rainfall for downtown Sacramento. Usually we have slightly over ½ an inch of rain, and that's basically where we are right now. We'll pick up some additional precipitation. It's not going to be a huge whopper of a storm, at least for the valley, but at least it will add to these totals because it's been a little bit of a slow start for the rainy season. The last time we had really significant rain for a one-day total was back in May. That's when we got over 0.6 of an inch of rain in early May. After that, we really didn't see much over the dry summer months. October, for the entire month, we only saw 0.17 of an inch of rain. And then November, we've had 3 days of rain totaling slightly over ½ an inch, but that's nearly what we got in a one-day period back in May. So we haven't really seen these huge storms roll through yet. Statewide precipitation, this is the just sheer raw numbers where we stand in terms of our averages. We're below average, especially as we look towards the northern part of the state near Redding, running almost 2 inches behind. where we should be this time of year. Santa Barbara, despite the fact that we've seen some precipitation, we're still running behind. And the reason why I point that out is we still have that mountain fire going. That was a pretty big fire here for the fall season. Our headlines heading into the next couple of days. Rain and snow making a return with on and off valley showers. That's why I was saying just keep the umbrella handy. Get ready to kind of dodge some drops here and there. Sierra impact, that's where we have the alert. Primarily because of what we saw yesterday, it does not take much. We only saw about 6 to 7 inches of snow, but we saw road closures, spinouts, jackknife, big rigs, you name it, and also those chain controls. So that stops traffic just to check everybody that they have four-wheel drive or the chains on. Wednesday evening, our snow level is at 6,000 feet. We'll stay there through Thursday. Now, Thursday afternoon is when we start to see some of that colder air impacting the snow levels, bringing it down to about 5,500 to 5,000 feet, and then dropping to about 4,000 to 4,500 feet on Friday. The unseasonably cool temperatures, well, they're here to stay as that low pressure system just drives that storm track well to the north of us, and it really opens up the door for that cooler air mass to come on through. So we're with this cold air all the way through the weekend. Our morning lows start off in the 30s, our afternoon highs running about 5 to 10 degrees below average. And you can see those overnight lows. Look at this Saturday and Sunday morning. We're in the upper 30s, putting us about 10 degrees below average. So expect to see some pretty crisp conditions there to kick off our weekend. Our severe weather outlook, as I mentioned, will have the risk of thunderstorms tomorrow, mainly along the northwest coast. As we dig deeper into our Thursday forecast, we'll expand that a bit into the valley as that cold air helps to destabilize the atmosphere. It's not a super high risk of thunderstorms, but certainly want to point that out in case you do have outdoor plans. Our weather alerts, again, we have that winter weather advisory in place for the Sierra. Wind advisory in place as well, so reduced visibilities because of blowing, drifting snow, chain controls, travel delays, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, a potential for all of that. Here's a look at those future wind gusts. Just to point this out real quick, the noticeable change that we'll see that cold front pressing through. As it does so, ahead of it, we'll see wind gusts up to about 40 to 50 miles per hour. Again, over the crest, could see wind gusts up to about 100 miles per hour. Wind gusts in the valley closer to about 25 miles per hour. Our snowfall, 1 to 12 inches of snow, and some of that is going to be on the passes. That will be a 48-hour total. Now, for rainfall, it's much lower, only about 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch of rain Wednesday, Thursday into Friday. Again, about a 48-hour time frame here. Anywhere from about 1/2 an inch to over an inch of rain possible throughout the foothills, but some of those upper foothills will also be dealing with areas of snow. First band of rain comes in Wednesday afternoon. Snow starts up. It continues to go on and off through the overnight hours and early Thursday. Now, another little pulse of wet weather comes through on Thursday, giving us the chance of some thunderstorms and additional accumulation into Friday morning. The snow will continue in the Sierra, planning on getting that jump start into the high country. Get ready for some slow going all the way through the evening, heading into our weekend forecast. Now, Saturday, slight chance of a few flurries, and then we'll watch this band of rain coming in off the coast. Some of the weather models kind of predicting, oh, yeah, we're going to see rain on Sunday. Others saying, no, it's going to be dry. We'll keep an eye on it. The much longer range forecast, getting into a look at our Thanksgiving week. We have a likely cooler scenario just east of California and a likely drier setup taking place. So once we get through this wet weather pattern that we have this week, it looks like we will start to see some drier weather ahead, which certainly means good travel weather. Maybe not the best news for the snow, but we're going to be able to put some more up there on the high country. And again, they're making plenty of snow in the high country at the ski resorts. Highs in the 40s tomorrow for the Sierra. We're in the 50s for much of the foothills. Lower elevations were in the 60s. 60s along the coast, and we'll take that inland. We'll see a couple of pockets of upper 50s in there, but overall a little bit warmer than where we've been the past couple of days. And then we're going to see temperatures drop pretty significantly by our Friday forecast. And that will mean more snow for the Sierra and a slight chance of seeing some snow flurries Saturday. Again, we're going to be watching that weather system on Sunday. Some models saying, yes, we'll see the rain showers. Some other ones are saying, no, it just looks like it's going to bypass us for the end of the weekend. 3-day forecast. We got the showers in there for Wednesday afternoon. Slight chance of thunderstorms on Thursday. Friday, mainly morning shower chances, and then things will dry out. We're going to keep an eye on that Sunday forecast for the chance of showers. But after that, heading into next week, we're looking at dry weather and highs back to near average. So if you're getting a jump start on holiday travel, looks like next Friday, a big travel day, should be okay.